I was going to do a recording, just a voice recording on this topic, but because I had no makeup on and I'm wearing my pajamas, but I am trying to get more confident on camera. And I think it's important the only way to get there is to practice. So here I am in my gym jams and no makeup. So bear with me. Today, I'm going to talk about the topic of shame, because I know a lot of you feel shame about going after your dreams. Shame, you might have shame that stops you from, going after your goals, or you worry about things that people might find out. And I know this because in my DMs on my Instagram, a lot of you message me and say, I'm embarrassed about this. I'm scared to do that because what would people think? How's the lighting? I don't know. I need to fix the lighting on this. Anyway, it's a learning process, guys. So today I want to talk about shame and how it can really, really hold us back. And I'm going to give you a real example. So when I was in my corporate job and I wanted to have freedom and work for myself and work wherever I wanted and whenever I wanted, I basically started, side hustles, trying different things. And also I started a blog. And I felt deep shame about sharing my blog with other people and sharing my writing, because I felt like if people read my blog and they gave me their opinion on it, they might be right. And I felt at the time, and I still feel it, that I don't have good attention to detail. That's just not something, it's not my strength. And I can do many, many different things, have many creative ideas, and have great things that make a lot of money for my blogging business. But attention to detail is not one of my strengths. And that means that when I write, there will be grammatical errors. Okay. And Grammarly is great for that, to fix that. But 7 years ago, when I was writing my first blog post, I felt a lot of shame around and embarrassment about, should I share my blog? Because I don't know if my writing's good enough. I don't know if it's factually, not even factually correct, but like grammatically correct. And what happened was, then I did share it, and then I got this awful comment by this, I think her name was Karen, believe it or not. It was a Karen, and she's something like, oh my God, the grammar is terrible. It's awful, and that put me off writing for a long time because I felt deep shame, and I was like, she is right. This Karen lady is right. My writing is crap. I have a lot of grammatical errors. Who am I? Who am I to write a blog? And I didn't write for a long time. And then here is a really powerful quote. I know many people have said this quote, but Brene Brown, I hope that's how I pronounce her name. She said, shame thrives in the dark. Okay, shame thrives in the dark. So when we hide the thing that we're embarrassed about or shameful about, the more likely it is going to cause us more embarrassment and cause us more angst, because we are worried about people finding out. And what we can do to reduce that shame is to talk about it. And I'm reading this book at the moment. I can talk more about it on another episode, but this is this book, The Frenchaholic. And she says here, Brene Brown says that shame cannot survive being spoken. She was right. And I've got my laptop here by Brene Brown. She says, if we can share our story with someone who responds with empathy and understanding, shame can't survive. Numb the dark and you numb the light. I don't know what that means. Numb the dark and you numb the light. Anyway, shame derives its power from being unspeakable. We live in a world where most people still subscribe to the belief that shame is a good tool for people, keeping people in line. So if you want to overcome that feeling of shame, we need to own it and talk about it. And that's really, really hard, right? Because why would you talk about it if you're feeling shameful about it? But personal experience has taught me, and seeing other people do it too, when you own up to the thing you're embarrassed about, it's no longer, people cannot shame you because you already have said, well, yeah, I know. So now I've accepted that I don't have a good attention to detail. That's okay. I might not have good attention to detail and I might have grammatical errors in my writing, but I have strengths in other areas of my business, right? We can't be good at everything. That's a reality, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? And so now when I get other Karens emailing me, or I actually get people emailing me saying, how dare you, you know, fix your grammar. And I feel like saying fix your hair. I don't say that. But now for me, I don't feel shame, because I know, and I've talked about it. I've talked about it with all of you in my community. Like I've said, I don't have good attention to detail. It's okay. We have Grammarly. I have an editor. And so another thing that, for example, here's some other real examples where I want to talk about is I'm very self-conscious now about my skin. Okay, so I've generally been very lucky to have decent skin, and you know, I drink a lot of water, I exercise, I don't go crazy on all this different skincare, but I try and be healthy. And it's something that I feel like what you eat reflects and also comes out on your skin. And recently, and I don't know why, it could be the changing weather, could be stress, my skin is breaking out. And I feel very embarrassed about it, which is also why I'm here today, no makeup, showing you my skin, okay? Because now, if somebody in the comments says, ew, your skin, right? I can say, what do you want me to say? I've told you my skin isn't doing well right now. I'm trying to do the best things I can to fix it. But I can no longer be shamed by it. So if someone comments on my skin, I'm like, I know, I can see, I look in the mirror, okay? Another thing that I feel ashamed about is my nails. It's an ongoing issue I've had since I was young, is I bite my nails, and it's a disgusting habit. I'm aware of how disgusting it is and unhygienic it is, you know, but I go through processes and I go through different flows and where I'll grow them out, and normally I have to have fake nails to stop me biting them, and then they'll grow out and they look beautiful, and then I'm always showing them off. I'm like, toilets that way, and I'm like, let me think, you know, and I really am proud of my nails. And then I'll subconsciously, it's a way I relieve stress. I've always had it since I was a young girl, and I've tried everything. I've tried the bitter nail polish. I put chili, and so if anybody here has any remedies for biting your nails, let me know, because I'm really embarrassed about it. Like, I'm supposed to be a young professional woman running a blogging business, and here I'm biting my nail. How unprofessional does that look? And so there, I've said it. So if you see in my videos my nails look crap, just know that it's something that sometimes it happens in my sleep. Sometimes I bite my nails in my sleep, and it's really unattractive, to be honest. And I always love seeing, when I see people with lovely nails, I always comment like, you have lovely nails. And it's something I've really battled with since I was a girl. And finally, and listen, this is another real one, is this YouTube channel, right? So I've built up my blogs and been able to be, over the years, been very successful in my blogs. Just last year, one of my blogs was getting 200,000 visitors a month. I earn a full-time income from my blogs. And so I feel that I started with zero after my corporate job, built my blogs back up, and I felt very comfortable. I was very comfortable in my blogs, and I was earning full-time income. And I decided this was a year that I would do things that I enjoy, and I thought this year, let me try starting a YouTube channel. And I feel shame. I feel really outside my comfort zone, and I feel shame about the fact that my YouTubes, like, you see these videos, they're super basic. I don't have these beautiful intros, outros, and flashy, editing skills that a lot of people have in their videos. I don't have those freaking covers, the beautiful covers on if you're watching now, you'll see there's no cover on my YouTube video. Some of my YouTubes are, they're just my voice. Because for me, whatever it takes to stay consistent, I'll do that. And sometimes it's just having my voice in a voice note on YouTube. And I feel embarrassed that I don't have many subscribers. I feel embarrassed that I don't have as many views. And, obviously you compare yourself, you have comparisonitis. And so I need to sit with this feeling of feeling ashamed that, I'm starting from zero. And then I say, but I've just started. It's a new project, right? And if someone says to me, how can you call yourself successful? You only have a tiny YouTube channel. I can say, well, so would everybody else who's just started, My blog started with zero, and I was fortunate enough over the years to build it up to be very successful, the outandbeyond.com, that's my blog. And so that now I accept that shame and say, it's okay. If I feel that shame, it's okay to feel it, but I'm working towards learning something new every day with YouTube. Here I am creating a video, and over time the thing will improve. And actually, there's really nothing to be ashamed about. What's more shameful is having a deep dream and not going after it because you're scared of what people think. Do I want to? That makes me ashamed to do that, and I'd rather deal with this shame. Okay, and so I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that, that quote, shame thrives in the dark. Take a moment. If you feel ashamed about something, find somebody who you trust and care and talk to them about it. As Brene Brown says, if we can share our story with someone who responds with empathy and understanding, shame can't survive. And so hopefully in the comments, if you can share some empathy and kindness about my YouTube channel, give me feedback. I'd love to hear, and if you're feeling shame about something, talk to somebody you trust about it, and you'll realize that it's okay. You don't have anything to be ashamed about, and talking to someone is the first step to overcoming that feeling of shame. Thank you so much for listening, and if you would like to join me on Instagram, it's Aisha Priest. I always have a community there who I always respond to DMs, and I talk about topics here that they want me to talk about. Or if you want to drop me an email, I have an email community. I email every week. I share tips on how to make and save money online, and that's on ouandbeyond.com. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video.